Hello there. Are you tired of being called a bot from constantly dying? Are you sick of playing Respawn Simulator? If yes, you've come to the right place. My name's Thomas, and this is Overwatch Positioning 101. Let's get into it. Okay, so what does positioning mean? Positioning is where you should be standing at any given time, depending on your mobility and your job role. So now mobility. Mobility is separated into high mobility and low mobility. Good examples of this would be Ana, who has no movement abilities and is unable to run around the map really fast, and Kiriko, who can teleport across the map, which makes her a high mobility character. Next up, job roles. So as you can see, we have supports, DPS, and tanks. They all have individual job roles. Tanks are supposed to create, take, and hold space, while DPSs are supposed to initiate through flanking or off-angling, and supports should be keeping a good line of sight to heal their team. So let's dive into that a little bit deeper. So, tanks, as you know, have very high HP, which means they can live for a very long time before getting pushed out or killed. So this depends on what kind of character you are playing. So Diva, for example, has high mobility, and this means she can fly around the map, and then she can just run away if she's in danger, and she can just live. Meanwhile, if you were to play someone like Zarya, she has no mobility abilities, meaning that if she is caught out in a bad position, although she has high HP, she will still die, which is why you need to play behind natural cover to maximize your life. Moving on to DPS, the same thing applies. Let's say if you're playing Cassidy, you have to be playing behind cover, because you have no movement ability to get you out of danger. So although you may be able to slide behind a wall like this, you will not be able to slide because you're too far. And then now, if you were playing Sojourn for example, you could be off-angling over here, flanking a little bit, getting up in their face, and then boom, you're safe. So I'm sure you've heard of off-angling and flanking many times, but you have absolutely no idea what they mean. So let me clarify that for you. Off-angling means you are playing within line of sight of your team. So let's say, here, you are playing within line of sight of your team, who are currently dying, and they can still see you, which means they can help you. But now, if let's say, you are here, and you're fighting this guy, and you are not within line of sight of your team, this means that you are flanking rather than off-angling. So if you're asking the question, should I be off-angling or should I be flanking? As a DPS, it depends on whether or not you are capable of sustaining yourself and getting yourself out of sticky situations. So let's say, if you were to play Reaper, you have the ability to heal yourself through lifesteal, or to simply reposition immediately after, which makes you a very good flanker. In comparison to, let's say, Ashe. Ashe, yes, you have the coach gun, which means you can reposition, but you will die, because your repositioning is not going to be that far. An enemy can still get to you, which means you will die. Enough of support. I know what people say. As a support, you should be heal botting, you shouldn't be DPSing. But that is not true if you have good positioning. So let's say if you're playing this character, Kiriko. She has the ability to TP to your teammates and just instantly heal them up in a blink of an eye, while still dealing damage. So if let's say Kiriko were to be playing from an off angle like here, she would be able to do that, because even though she is off angling and dealing damage, she's still capable of doing her job, which is healing. And that rule can apply to literally every character, because it doesn't matter what you're playing, you can still off-angle, because playing away from your team but still within line of sight still enables you to be effective in healing while also creating a distraction and dealing damage. Here is where things start to get dicey though. So, I know we are all in the habit of running towards the people that we're healing because we are panicking. Especially when you have, let's say, a Reinhardt who is just charging in and you're like, oh, he's going to die. And because of that, you start chasing after him. This becomes very bad when you're playing a low mobility character like Ana, because although she can kill herself and sleep people, she will still die if the enemy team shoots her. Because unlike Kiriko, she does not have the ability to teleport to a teammate and remain safe. She has to manually run to a corner, which is why you should never do that. So now, to summarize. For positioning, we have high mobility characters like Echo, Soldier, and Shion, and for low mobility characters, we have Cassidy, Ash, or Hanzo, and your mobility determines whether or not you should be off-angling or flanking because it determines whether or not you get to survive. And just like that, you are now a master at positioning. Congratulations. So a quick tip for all the people who have stayed to the end of the video, always play 2 seconds away from any type of cover. So let's say 1, 2, because this will increase the chances of you living a lot. And by keeping this rule in mind, it doesn't matter what character you're playing, it doesn't matter who you're playing with, when you're playing, it doesn't matter. Because if you make this a habit and you practice this on a daily basis, you will never die. Because if you're always behind cover, and you're always playing at a safe position, like I say high ground, you will never die, because it is extremely hard to kill you, and you will rank up. So with that, thank you for staying to the end. My name is Thomas, and I hope you enjoyed this. See you in the next one.